guys for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You're right.
So tell us how you're doing. So the first week you were at a bachelor's or some boys' weekend thingy, and
Yeah,
the next one was
bachelor
family
weekend.
related, right?
Yeah,
So tell
yeah.
us about the first weekend.
And I'm feeling old. So it was weird on a few fronts because we're just coming out of COVID lockdown, right?
Yeah.
So this was like the first sort of weekend where there were no restrictions, and after having restrictions for so long, it was weird. We didn't know how to act. But yeah, I mean, it started off with an escape room, and we're like, how do you do should we social distance? I don't know how this works.
How was
So
the
if we have to escape, do we just go
room?
one and then wait a minute so we can make sure we got social distancing as we escape? What else was there? Clay pigeon shooting, archery, go-karting, quad biking.
Jeez, did
Yeah.
you guys have enough
and then
time
we
to
hit
do
the
all
town.
this shit? Did you have
Yeah,
enough
we got
time
up
to
early,
do?
man.
Okay, so it was like a whole day event.
It was intense, man. We were all shattered come the end of the day. But then we still went out. And I went to a nightclub for the first time in, I don't know when. And that was weird because I was standing there in the middle of this nightclub, and the music was thumping and it was pretty awesome and everyone's having a good time and letting their hair down. And then I realized, hang on a second. We got a COVID pandemic going on. Who are these 100 people on my doorstep here? They are dancing. They're in each other's personal space. Is this right? This doesn't feel right. Oh, is it right? No, they say it's right, but we're still getting 30,000 new cases a day.
It's crazy. But I mean, do you find
Yeah.
that, are you saying that because we've had this lockdown, we've got this social distancing, we've got into the habit, that all of a sudden these things which were so normal before the pandemic just like seem a little bit wrong at the moment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's weird, man. I mean, for starters, I mean, maybe because we had a few pints, queuing up outside, going into a nightclub. It all felt perfectly normal, and this is how it used to be, because I haven't been in a nightclub in COVID times, so you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's only when you're in there. But half
Have you
an hour
been?
in, I was like,
Do you often go to the
"There's something
nightclub
wrong
like?
here."
Do you often go to the nightclub like outside COVID times, like even before?
Obviously not as you get older, you don't do as much. But yeah, I've been in a lot of venues with live music and dancing and drinking and, the confined spaces
Yeah.
of an evening establishment,
Okay.
evening entertainment establishment.
Okay.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah, as you get older, you don't go to nightclubs, you go to other things.
No, I mean, you guys
mean
go to
golf?
music news as well, right? So
Yeah,
golf?
sure. Yeah. Golf. Absolutely golf.
I think he's talking about golf. Like
Yeah. I'm talking about golf. Yeah.
but it was weird, and it took me a while to get used to, and I'm still thinking about it.
You're like traumatized. When you're
Yeah,
like
I mean, if you
still,
think,
Do you like need to
Like
talk to
all-
somebody?
yeah,
maybe I
therapy.
do, eh? Well, that's what you guys are here.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true.
All the pubs we went to go drink at still had their measures in place where you have to wear a mask if you're walking, and everything is socially
Really?
distanced, even though we've got a unrestriction of rules.
Okay.
But they still had that in place. So this is what we were used to.
And what was people's reaction to that? You get to an establishment and they say, "Hey, where's your mask?" Or, what do people?
Yeah, well, we're prepared, right? We've all got backup masks and the masks and.
Okay, so like it's not like you've got the anti-maskers now. That's everyone's been like vaccinated and okay.
Yeah.
No, because I was just wondering what the deal would
there's
be.
a big thing that people are not. There's a big push on the anti-vaccinators
Yeah.
who don't agree with it, and that's why if you look at so there's a struggle now to get the sort of mid-30s downwards, younger and younger, trying to get them vaccinated. And there's all sorts of incentives coming out there now. You get a free Uber ride, you get Spotify, I think it is.
Oh, really?
You get you get all sorts of things to incentivize you to go and get your shot, because the people that are now in critical care with COVID in the hospitals, and we still have nearly 1,000 at any one time. They're all sort of mid-30s and younger.
Wow.
wow.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And vaccine wise, I mean, what's happening vaccine wise?
I think we're around 88% of the adult population have had vaccination, at least one vaccination.
that is good. That is really good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't remember where we left off the last time. I mean, I've been vaccinated since. Were you vaccinated
Yeah.
before or after our last episode with Lester?
Well, actually, 2 weeks ago. Exactly two
okay.
weeks ago.
So
So
after-
it's like when we did the last podcast, when Lester couldn't join us, I
Yeah.
was already vaccinated.
Okay,
And you were
yeah.
considering to go.
Yeah, well, not concerned. Yeah, I wanted to go. It was just finding the right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I
was-
stood. Okay, so here's my vaccination story. A mate of mine calls me up and says, "Hey, listen, it's like a Friday morning." He says, "Hey, was it a Friday morning? Yeah, I think it was a Friday morning." He says, I'm standing here at the community center. There's 50 people in front of me. Why don't you pull in and come get your vaccine?" So I said, "Okay, cool, no problem." I pulled in there. Like we waited, I think at like 7:30 or something. They opened up. I think I got there at about. He was there at 6:30. I got there at about 7:15. 7:15 they open up, and then they're like, "Oh, all the people here for their second shots. Okay, come to the front, please. All of you people that were here yesterday and got a white card, can you please come to the front?" It's like 200 people in front of us all of a sudden, kind of thing. So like after 3 hours, like at 10 o'clock, him and I said, "Hey, the lines are not moving."
Yeah,
Okay.
Can we get a white card for tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. So like, no, let's go get breakfast. So we went and grabbed some breakfast quickly.
That was a smart move. Though.
Yeah, and then my next attempt was that same mate of mine, Brian. He went to Mill Park,
Yep.
and he said, "Hey, listen, it took him like 30 minutes."
Yeah.
So the one morning, I just pulled into Mill Park and just got it done.
Did you also took about an hour?
Yeah, it probably took about an hour. Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, I was
because-
there an hour
Why
and
does
a
it take
half.
an hour?
Sorry.
What? Why does it take so long?
Oh, well,
It's
Just
lots
curious.
of people, man.
It's like a 4-stage process,
Yeah.
right? Plus, I think at Mill Park, because it's a hospital, right?
Mm.
It's a hospital vaccination site. What they try to do is they try to obviously prioritize the elderly. So what they do is basically allow the elderly to go first and get their vaccination done as quickly as possible. And then basically everyone else that comes in, whether you have an appointment or not. But if you go for a second shot, you should really consider Liberty Center in Braamfontein because my wife went there
yeah.
and literally took it 30 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
But even Mill Park is cool. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Shall I tell you now that when I went, it's like gone in 60 seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds.
but they most
Seriously.
likely have like an industrial level pipeline where you just come over,
There was only 6 bays
put out your shoulder.
giving injections. I mean, you
Yeah.
walk in, they check your details. They're already ready with all your paperwork.
Yeah,
Check your details, ask you a few basic questions. They say, go sit down there. And as your button touches the seat, they call you up again, going, right, did you drive here? Fine, come this way.
Mhm.
Wait there. Okay, as you're about to sit down, they like pick you. Somebody pitches up and right, this tent number 3. Right, okay. Sitting comfortably, bang. Right, thank you for coming. Don't drive home straight away, and there's the door.
Yeah. Did they
They-
monitor you for
There's no queuing.
did they
like
monitor
half
you?
an hour or whatever afterwards, or how did they do it?
No, they just said don't drive within
Oh.
10, 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, we had to sit in like a 15 minutes
Waiting area.
Yeah. See if you get the ticks.
What flavor did you get?
Pfizer.
Both of you.
Yeah.
That's the predominantly the most available one at the moment. There are J&Js around.
But what I think they're using J&Js for like medical stuff. But I got Pfizer, and I actually didn't have any side effects afterwards. Besides, the next morning my shoulder was sore.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think on
pretty
the
much it.
Pfizer one, people are saying they have more side effects on the second dose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
So like we
So
better.
what, you got to wait now 6 more weeks before the next one?
That is correct answer.
Yeah.